Hey everyone, welcome back to Chart Smart Bharat. Today we are diving into a very crucial topic for the traders, how to identify strong supply and demand zones. Understanding these zones can significantly enhance your trading strategies. So first, let's try to clarify what these demand and supply zones are. I have already made a video on this topic and you can find the link in top right corner of this video as well as in the description box. So a demand zone is an area where buying pressure is greater than the selling pressure. Or in other words, number of buyers are greater than the number of sellers. And there is an expectation कि price वहाँ से ऊपर जाएगा. And on the contrary, a supply zone एक वो area है जहाँ पर selling pressure is greater than the buying pressure. Or in other words, number of sellers are greater than the number of buyers and there is an expectation कि price वहाँ से नीचे जाना चाहिए. You must be thinking why it's important to identify these strong supply and demand. They help you make informed decisions about your trading, because if you know where your demand zone is or where your supply zone is, then you can plan your entries and exits more effectively. So that's the beauty of finding demand and supply zones. And now we are going to talk about how you can identify these strong demand and supply zones. So I'll explain things first and then I'll show you on the chart exactly how it works. So first thing, what you can look for, any trend reversal. Because at the point of reversal, for example, if the sellers were in control of the price and buyers came in and they took the price above, then there would definitely be pending buying orders. So that is one thing. You can also look for candlestick patterns because they also help you identify strong demand and supply zones. For example, like pin bar candles, hanging man, hammer, engulfing. These are really good patterns which can help you identify that powerful demand or supply zone. Then third one, you can look out for a strong or an exciting green or red candle, because if there is a big or explosive green candle, it means the price went up aggressively from there and there could be pending buying orders. Or same goes with the red candle. If there is a big or explosive red candle, then there must be some pending selling orders at that candle, at the base of that candle. So look out for that one as well. And always do multi-time frame analysis, because the demand or supply zone of a higher time frame is always stronger than the supply or demand zone of a lower time frame. So if you have a higher time frame supply zone in front of lower time frame demand zone, then it's very unlikely that that demand zone will break the supply zone of higher time frame. Now let's go to chart and try to understand how this thing works. So now we are on the Union Bank chart of daily time frame. Now let's try to see some demand and supply zones and how they work. First, we try to understand the trend reversal. So for example, in here you can see the price was continuously coming down, and then from this point it made a reversal. You can see. So as I said in my first point, so you must look out for point of reversal, and I see here there is a strong demand zone. As the price, you can see, so it make a demand zone in here, and when the price actually entered into this demand zone, it gave you a good risk to reward ratio, or it gave you a good move, or roughly I think it would be 5%. It is almost 10%. It gave you a move of 10% in 1, 2, 3, 4 trading sessions. So this is how a reversal point works. Now let's look at the second point, the candlestick patterns. So I can see one pattern here. So this pattern is an engulfing pattern. So as you can see, this red candle engulfed this green candle completely. So this is a very strong trend reversal pattern, as I say. And in here I see a supply zone forming. Okay, so this was the supply zone. Let's change the color to red. और जैसे ही प्राइस ने यहाँ पर अभी देखें, जैसे ही प्राइस ने इसमें एंटर किया और यहाँ से ऑलरेडी ये पिछले 3 सेशन में आप देखेंगे इतना डाउन आ चुका है. So that's your supply zone plus a strong candle or engulfing candlestick pattern. So that's how it works. Now third one is an explosive candle. So this example I can say this is applicable for both. This is an explosive candle. So at the base of this explosive candle, we have a strong supply zone or pending selling orders, and as the price entered into the supply zone, those pending selling orders triggered and price came down like this. And now we look into multi-time frame analysis. So when we study a chart, we should always look from multi-time frame analysis. What I mean by that we should start at least by quarterly time frame. So let's start in here. So I see a supply zone here at quarterly, and I mark it. I change the color to red. Then I will go to monthly time frame. On monthly, do I see anything? I see a demand zone in here. Order has already been picked from this one, so I'll change the color to yellow. And there's another demand zone in here. Then we go to weekly. On the supply side, I do not see anything major. We go to weekly. On weekly, I see one supply zone in here. Yeah, and this has already been broken, so I'll just delete it. And apart from this, I do not see, until here at least, I do not see any strong supply zone on the upside. Now let's go to daily. So on daily, let's delete this one as well. On daily, if I show you how it works, so this was one demand zone on daily, and you see price entered into this demand zone, और यहाँ से वो तुरंत price को ऊपर ले गया. Then we have a supply zone in here. Change the color to red. Price यहाँ से supply zone में आया और supply zone में आते ही फिर से नीचे गया. यदि very important point, if price entered into any demand zone or supply zone once, उसके बाद जो डिमांड जोन है, सप्लाई जोन है, वीक हो जाता है, बिकॉज वहां से ऑलरेडी पेंडिंग ऑर्डर्स पिक हो चुके हैं. सो एज यू कैन सी, सो द फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन प्राइस एंटर्ड इन दिस जोन, यहाँ से एक आपको अच्छा अप मूव मिला. एंड व्हेन द सेकंड टाइम प्राइस एंटर्ड इनटू इट, प्राइस ने उसको आसानी से ब्रेक कर दिया, एंड देन प्राइस केम इनटू दिस ओरिजिन काइंड ऑफ डिमांड जोन, और यहाँ से प्राइस ने फिर से एक अच्छा अप मूव दिया सप्लाई जोन तक. तो यहाँ पर ये सप्लाई जोन बना, यहाँ से डिमांड जोन में आया, दोबारा से यहाँ सप्लाई जोन से फिर से नीचे आया. सो दिस इज हाउ यू आइडेंटिफाई द स्ट्रॉन्ग डिमांड एंड सप्लाई जोन्स. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. And if you have any question or if you want me to make any video on this particular topic, do let me know in comment section. Until the next time, take care and bye bye.